In an age before empires collapsed into dust, before banks rose from marble and steel, before numbers flickered across digital screens, there existed an account, not guarded by vaults, not protected by armies, yet it has endured longer than kingdoms, longer than dynasties, longer than memory itself. This is the story of Uthman ibn Affan, a man of immense wealth, quiet power, and a heart that understood something the world still struggles to grasp. True wealth is not what you keep, but what you give away. The desert wind howled through the streets of Medina, carrying grains of sand like whispers of fate. It was a city still fragile, newly shaped by faith, surrounded by uncertainty and constantly tested by hardship. Water was life, and in Medina, water was scarce. The people struggled. Children walked miles under a merciless sun. Mothers rationed every drop, and in the heart of the city stood a well, deep, ancient, and abundant. It was called Well of Rumah, but there was a problem. The well did not belong to the people. It was owned by a man who sold water at a price many could barely afford. Each sip came with a cost, each drop was a transaction, and for the poor, thirst became a daily companion. Among the companions of the Prophet was a man known not for his voice, but for his generosity. Uthman ibn Affan was not the loudest, not the most physically imposing, but he possessed something rare, a heart that saw beyond the present moment. He was a merchant, skilled, wealthy, and respected. His caravans crossed deserts. His trade reached distant lands. But unlike others, his wealth did not own him. One day, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, spoke words that would echo through eternity. Who will purchase the Well of Rumah and make it free for the Muslims, and for him shall be paradise? The offer was not written on parchment. There was no contract, no witnesses required. Only faith, only intention, and a promise beyond this world. Uthman approached the owner of the well. He did not demand. He did not threaten. He offered to buy it. But the owner hesitated. Why sell a source of endless income? So instead, a compromise was reached. Uthman would purchase half of the well. One day, the water would belong to the original owner. The next day, it would belong to Uthman. A strange arrangement, but Uthman agreed. The next day, something unexpected happened. On his day, Uthman made the water free, completely free. People came in waves. They filled their containers, their jars, their homes, enough to last 2 days. So, when the owner's day came, no one needed to buy, no one came, no profit, no customers, only silence. Days passed, loss replaced gain. The owner realized something. This was no ordinary transaction. This was strategy guided by generosity. Finally, he returned to Uthman, and this time, he sold the entire well. The moment Uthman fully owned the well, he did something no empire had done before. He gave it away, not to a person, not to a tribe, but to the people, to the community, to God. The well became a waqf, a perpetual charity. No price, no ownership in the traditional sense. Only benefit flowing endlessly, water poured from its depths, quenching thirst, saving lives, growing crops, sustaining generations, and with every drop, a reward, invisible, uncountable, eternal. Empires rose, the Umayyads, the Abbasids, the Ottomans, wars came, borders shifted, kings vanished into history, but the well remained, still giving, still flowing, still counting. Over time, the land around the well began to flourish. Palm trees were planted, gardens spread, harvests increased, and the simple act of giving water transformed into something greater, an ecosystem of charity. The fruits were sold, the profits were managed, and something extraordinary happened. The wealth began to grow, not through interest, not through exploitation, but through baraka, blessing. In the modern era, the story takes an almost unbelievable turn. The land of the well came under organized management. The dates harvested from the palm trees were sold commercially. Revenue was generated, and instead of disappearing, it was preserved, structured, protected. A bank account was opened. Yes, a bank account, in the name of Uthman ibn Affan, a man who had passed away over 1,400 years ago, yet his charity was still earning, still growing, still giving. The profits from the farm continued to flow into this account. And from that account, more projects were funded, more people were helped, more lives were changed. Eventually, a hotel was built on part of the land, a modern structure, concrete, glass, and steel, standing on the legacy of a well in the desert. The revenue from that hotel also feeds the account, also continues the charity, also writes new lines in a ledger no human can fully read. Think about it. Every second that passes, somewhere in Medina, someone benefits from that initial act. A traveler rests, a worker earns, a family eats, and in the unseen realm, the account grows, not in numbers we recognize, but in rewards beyond imagination. Uthman ibn Affan did not build a financial empire. He built something far greater, a system where giving multiplies, where charity compounds, where intention outlives existence. In a world obsessed with accumulation, we measure success by what we own, by what we control, by what we can display. But this story challenges everything, because the oldest account in the world is not one filled by profit, but by sacrifice. Uthman gave away something valuable, and in doing so, he created something eternal, a continuous charity that defies time, death, and decay. Imagine a ledger, not made of paper, not stored in banks, but written in eternity. Every drop of water drawn, every fruit harvested, every benefit derived, recorded, preserved, rewarded, and somewhere, beyond what we can see, the account of Uthman ibn Affan continues to expand, not because he is alive, but because his intention is. The desert still whispers, the well still exists, the legacy still flows. But now, the question is no longer about him. It is about us. What are we building that will outlive us? What are we giving that will continue after we are gone? What account are we opening today? Because one day, our names will fade, our wealth will scatter, our voices will fall silent. But perhaps, if we understand this story, if we act upon it, if we give not for the moment, but for eternity, then maybe, just maybe, we too can leave behind something that never dies. The eternal account is not a story of the past. It is an invitation. And now, the story rests with you. If this story of Uthman ibn Affan made you reflect, even for a moment, then don't let it end here. Because stories like this deserve to be remembered. And more importantly, they deserve to be shared. So, if you found meaning in this journey, take a second to like this video so more people can discover a story that could change the way they see wealth forever. And subscribe to this channel, because we bring you stories not just from history, but stories that shape how we live, how we think, and how we leave our legacy behind. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next story that might just change your perspective. Until the next story, remember, what you give will outlive you.